What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, That Beat Stacks, and I'm back in your face with another video. Today we got this video concerning El Chapo and his status as a leader, boss, made man, I guess. This is somebody, I guess, from the inside of the organization. I'm assuming. I haven't watched the video yet. I'm watching it with y'all. Y'all know I gotta watch it with my people, you feel me? So this just I'm basing this off the title of what I see. And he trying to say they was presuming him to be bigger than what he is. So let's see what this video got to offer, and let's get in tune. And we about to get right up in there. I'm grinding tonight, man.
So what would be the motivation for somebody like Raphael to get back into business?
He just liked being a drug lord. He loved that lifestyle. He wanted the respect and wanted to be a drug lord.
I'm not too familiar with the people, but I watched Narcos from Pablo Escobar view, and basically it was some shit like El Chapo wanted to get in big with Pablo, so he was like undermining people, undercutting people to get closer and closer so he can become his own boss. They was basically trying to, I seen from watching Narcos, they was basically trying to blackball Chapo. Shit, even Pablo did, and then, you know, he proved his worth and eventually worked his way up through the ranks with his tunnel discovery, moving the weight and stuff. So let's see what this video talk about and go from there.
You know, that's what it was. He didn't need the money.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong. The U.S. government, didn't they put out a $20 million reward for his capture?
It's still outstanding to this day, yes.
Damn, it's still outstanding to this day. Sheesh. They had some shit on his head. 20 million on the nigga head, bro. Nigga sneeze wrong and nigga might drop a dime on you. I swear, 20 million. Just imagine 20 million on a nigga head. You don't give a fuck about him, but he feared like a motherfucker. Bro, everybody out for that shit. Nigga, that's a free ticket to the rich life. The brokest motherfucker around you will snake you for that. 20 million. All a nigga gonna see in his head when he look at you is $20 million. You not gonna give it to him. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, damn, what I'ma do? I know, and I know 90% of you want to be street niggas. If your man's had $20 million on his head, your niggas are telling for that pay. If y'all a snitch over a body, or over a robbery, or over a B&E that you didn't do, but you was a part of it, I know for a fact you niggas telling for 20 million. If it's like, I got 20 million, you turn them in. You niggas is folding.
But if he's behind bars, how come he hasn't been extradited?
Because the Mexican government will not extradite him. They won't extradite him over here. We've asked.
He got pulled. He got the Mexican government not extraditing him. He got pulled. Because the U.S., they want his ass. They definitely want his ass. So I'm thinking, I don't know if this a Fed, Hector, Berrellez. I think this a Fed. I don't know how you talking sound federal, but let's go. Let's get into it.
Was there a difference between him and El Chapo? Because obviously the Mexican government worked closely with the U.S. government to bring El Chapo here. Why are the rules different for Rafael Quintero?
Because El Chapo was never really he was never ahead of anything. El Chapo was very prolific.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. The Raphael dude. I'm not too familiar with these people. I'm just watching it, building up content, see what y'all like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna react to anything, you feel me? Anything that seems interesting, I'm gonna give it to y'all, you know what I'm saying? So.
The dealer but he was never in charge of the Sinaloa cartel or nothing. El Chapo and El Güero Palma were just factions of the old Guadalajara cartel. Actually, they made Chapo bigger than what he is. He wasn't a major cartel boss, where Carlos Quintero was a boss.
Okay, so let's stop there. Again, I'm only going with the narrative that we hear every day in the media.
Shit, and they presume Chapo as a boss. Like when everybody talk about him, you know what I'm saying? They presume him as a boss. And they saying like he never really was a boss. Like the people of, like obviously that's a person of Mexico. So he know more about it than a U.S. citizen. Us on the U.S. side, we look at El Chapo as a boss. I mean, yeah, this might be old though, like, cause obviously he a boss because he running shit in Mexico, or he one of the bosses of his organization. I don't know how it go with that shit, but you know what I'm saying? He high up in ranks for shit show because he wouldn't have as much pull. So I'm assuming this interview might be old, but it's not that old. You know what I'm saying? But
we were under the assumption, or we have been told, that El Chapo was the boss of the Sinaloa cartel.
No.
That's not correct?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. He was the boss of the Sinaloa cartel. Let's see what he got to say.
That's not correct. The boss of the
That's not correct. We miscalculated. So let's see.
Sinaloa cartel has always been Ismael Zambada, Ismael El Mayo Zambada.
Oh, that name ring a bell. That Ismael. Okay, so Chapo never was the boss. It's confirmed in this interview. He just was. Okay, so as us U.S. citizens looking in on it, basically he was the face of the cartel that everybody knew. So he never was the boss. We think he the boss because he was the face. Gucci Man made this song, All I Want to Be Is El Chapo and shit. So everybody thinking El Chapo is the plug, the boss, the connect, you know what I'm saying?
El Mayo, he has always been and continues to be the head of the Sinaloa cartel. Chapo worked underneath him. That's a fact.
Okay, so why does Chapo...
That's a fact. Chapo worked under him. Never was the boss. So that's confirmed. Even though I feel like Chapo got the big head and feel like he always felt like he should be the boss because he was the face. Everybody know the Sinaloa cartel because of Chapo. I thought he was the boss for the longest.
Credit for being the boss.
He was a lower boss, but he was, I don't know why people make him to be the boss. He was never the boss. Anybody that knows cartels, like I know them, will tell you he was never a main boss. As a matter of fact, Chapo is not that bright. He's only got like a third grade education. He's kind of really not considered to be very smart.
How violent was he back in the day?
I kind of disagree with that. He said he wasn't very smart. I kind of disagree based off me watching the Narcos. But I mean, he basing this off real life shit. That's what I'm saying. So as far as me watching Narcos, he seemed like the brains of the cartel because he came up with all these, you know what I'm saying, different ways to export and import. But then again, that's like that shit not confirmed. That's what we seeing on television. So it could have been somebody else's idea and Chapo just, you know what I'm saying, implemented it. So who knows?
He was respected and feared because he was an executioner for Fonseca. He was the kind of guy that would be used to kill people, bury them, and stuff like that.
Definitely. So Chapo more so was a hitman. Everybody fear the killers. That don't mean they the boss though. Like, You know what I'm saying? Just like Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar was actually a boss, dropping shit, like calling hits left to right. You know what I'm saying?
He worked with three brothers that were called Los Dormidos. They called them the sleepers. Because when they wanted to kill somebody, they would get Chapo and the Dormidos to go execute the guy and then go bury him.
The sleepers, that's a vicious ass name. The sleepers putting shit to sleep. Damn, them niggas got some. No, that's some clever shit. The sleepers. Imagine hearing this, like, bro, the sleepers on your ass. You know some shit about to happen at any fucking moment. The sleepers on your ass, bro. Like, that name sounds so serious and vicious because you don't hear no shit like that really in America. You hear just some reckless gangbanging type of name. That's some real life assassin shit. The sleepers on your ass. That shit had you thinking like, damn, who the fuck is the sleepers?
As a matter of fact,
I don't lie, that shit shocked me. So, you know what I'm saying?
Chapo and the Dormidos were the ones that unburied Camarena. Okay, when we put pressure on the Mexican government, when they threw him over there at the ranch where we found him, it was El Chapo and the Dormidos that actually unearthed the body. A lot of people don't know that. I know it. It's been documented.
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
You know, another thing that bothered me too is when El Chapo was arrested, how come they didn't charge him with the Camarena murders? He was there.
You tell me.
I don't know.
What?
I didn't indict him back then because I told you I didn't know his real name. I just knew him as El Chapo, but I couldn't get an indictment on a nickname, so I couldn't indict him. Later, when it was proven to be, you know, who he is, whatever his name is, I can't think of his name right now, but Guzman Loera, Ismael Guzman Loera, now they've indicted him and everything else, but only for drug trafficking. Why was he not charged with key?
Yeah, they only got him for drug trafficking. I'm saying that boy ain't get charged for no murders. That comes with having money. You gotta have money to get shit like that. To not get fully charged with shit. You only get charged one crime. You know what I'm saying? If you got real money, they're not gonna charge you with everything. Like he had pull in politics and all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? That takes money and power, respect.
His murder. He was up to his butt involved in that stuff. Not only interrogating Kiki and torturing him, burying him, and also
Kiki, I think, and Narcos, they was calling him Kiki. That nigga was a savage. Boy, that nigga did anything you can think of, bro, when it come to killing a nigga, bro. I swear, if you watch Narcos, just peep how Kike was moving, bro. That nigga was reckless. That nigga was like a Chicago nigga times 100. Savage, full blown. Didn't think twice. Popping a nigga at any moment. Like, for real, y'all gotta really do your research on that shit. That nigga was a savage, bro. Like, the shit I seen him do just in the movie had me like, damn, bro. Like, I mean, not the movie, but the show. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but I watched it on Netflix. But, bro, that shit blew my vibe, bro. That shit had me like, bro, they got these U.S. niggas beat. Like, for real, these U.S. niggas, they savages, but them how they was moving in Mexico. And you gotta think, in Mexico, it's different, bro. They not like Mexico, the whole Mexico, like the whole trench of Mexico and shit is way bigger than, like, it's like a Chicago times 100. Like the whole thing, like they trench is really that big and shit goes on all day, all night. Killings, robberies, all that shit. Imagine damn near a state, just trench land is all the trenches, damn near free to do anything. Cops ain't really there. Cops scared to go certain places. So it's no help. You get shot, nigga, you bound to die. Unless you know a doctor right around the way. And you can make it there or somebody around to help you. It's that treacherous there, nigga. You ain't getting pulled to the hospital. None of that shit. So you gotta really stay in your lane. That's why a lot of niggas wouldn't make it. They like to dibble and dabble in other people's lanes. Like, you gotta just be on your own shit. Like,
bringing him out of the hole months later when we put pressure that we needed to find Tiki's body. He was one of the guys that dumped the bodies over there in Michoacan where we found them. The government knows this.
This story runs, I mean, like literally, this runs so deep. It's all.
They had government officials in their pocket. That's why they never moved on them. Wow.
Unbelievable. If it was not coming from your mouth, from somebody who was there and worked on this thing night and day, it would almost seem like a Hollywood script.
You know, Sean.
Bro, you see that shit, you would think that shit was a movie. That shit was real life. No cap.
Who are the victims? We are the victims. Look at all the crack cocaine babies. Look at all the people that got hooked up on crack cocaine back then. Look at all the people that were arrested and made felons because they got him with not even an ounce of that crap. When the CIA was bringing in tons, that's what upsets me, and that's what set me off. And I said, I can't be part of this. You know, I felt like I had a conscience here. I had to tell the truth. And Sean, I couldn't tell the truth for a long time because I had that warrant outstanding in Mexico where I was threatened. I said, if you put this stuff out, you're going to find yourself in a Mexican prison. You know? So, and I'm like I said, I'm sick.
See? If he would have folded, he got locked up or killed. You know what I'm saying? No telling if he had family or not. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to go through that? Nigga, imagine being in a Mexican prison. I know that shit hard as a rock. You know what I'm saying?
Here, if I'm lying, then prove me wrong. If you're saying that Felix Rodriguez did not interrogate Kiki Camarena, then bring a couple of witnesses that will say that the witnesses that I produced are lying. But they can't, they just say, oh, that's not true, it's a conspiracy thing. You know, I say to them, well, prove me wrong. Bring me 2 or 3 guys that were also there. There was a lot of people there when Kiki was being tortured to say that Rodriguez wasn't there. They don't do it. Well, Rodriguez says that he was doing something else. He's a CIA operative. They could make up anything. They could put him in Africa at that time.
Yeah. CIA, they had big pool. They was getting them drugs. They was flooding the community with drugs. Like, a lot of people don't think that shit real still to this day. Like, these generations that's growing up, that's why I don't fuck with politics. I don't believe in that shit. That shit is all a ruse. I don't fuck with none of that shit. All that shit is cover-ups for something bigger. Like, bro, think about it. The CIA was bringing weight to the U.S., distributing it to fund wars. When we literally make money, I don't understand that shit. Like, if every country makes their own money, why infect the country with drugs, bro? Like, ain't that so fucked up? And that shit was mainly coming to black communities. This is y'all gotta understand. This shit was fucking up black families. As a black man, bro, that shit is like a hard pill to swallow. And they be like, damn. People don't like looking into this shit. Y'all so stuck in this fairy tale world. Y'all like looking into all this bullshit, this social media shit. That shit is all a ruse. Wake up, people. For real. Y'all gotta open your fucking eyes.
Want to. I mean, come on. If this is all figment of my imagination, then why did I testify before Congress? Why have I, if I'm crazy or whatever, which they've even said that I'm crazy to come up with this kind of stuff.
And that's how they try to play it. Anybody that goes against them, they play it like you crazy. Why would they accept what you saying and go with it if it's tarnishing their name? They gonna say you crazy. They gonna say you need to be in a mental hospital. This is what they're gonna do to you as a person. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that. When they feel like you know more than you should and you willing to express that, they gonna play it like you crazy. People don't understand that, bro. People only believe what they see because they're fucking illiterate and dumb. I used to be like that, so I know you just only believe what I see. No, it's more than that. What's in the background? You feel me? What's in the background? That's what you gotta always say. What's in the fucking background? A lot of people don't care because they don't care about their livelihood. A lot of people feel like they ain't got shit to live for. A lot of people not happy. I'm genuinely happy, broke, rich, in between. Like, I'm just a happy person naturally. And nobody can take that shit from me. Like, that shit can't be stripped from me. I'm happy on the inside and the outside. This shit ain't no act, nothing. I'm happy to express my opinions. And yeah, I was letting people get in between. My happiness was making me a different person, making me sad. No, can't let nobody strip your happiness. A lot of these motherfuckers sad on the inside and the outside, and it shows. You niggas be trying to be tough as hell. Nobody smiles in pictures no more. I don't give a fuck what a nigga think about me. I'ma smile every chance I get. Kill a nigga with a smile. I don't give a fuck what a nigga gonna say about me. I'ma smile, nigga. And that's real. And I'm really a happy person. Like, I'll be happy by myself. I'm happy with people. I like to be around people. I've been focusing on myself lately. And I'm just a happy individual. And I learned that. I like to express myself.
And why was I permitted to basically testify before major congressional hearings in Washington? And look at all the trials I've testified, and look at all the people I've arrested and convicted.
And needless to say, you've never been back to Mexico, correct?
Never.
Is there, I mean, I understand that there's a warrant for your arrest out there for the kidnapping, but is there a price on your head?
Well, the warrant honestly has already expired because after 20 years it expired.
Okay.
That I'll kill if I go to Mexico? Absolutely. I don't know that they've got a price on my head. I'm not going to say that. I wouldn't last, if I get arrested in Mexico, for anything. I wouldn't last a week alive in a Mexican prison. And by the way, they were thinking about, my own government was thinking about sending me down south, giving me up to the Mexicans.
You know that for a fact?
I know that for a fact. I know that from
Damn, they was gonna sell bro out and he helping them. Fucked up situation.
Administrator Lema Phil Jordan, who was at a meeting when then acting director Terry Bird suggested sending me to Mexico for kidnapping the doctor. And the deputies that were there said, well, yeah, but if we send Hector to Mexico, they'll kill him on there. And basically he just kind of shrugged, like, that's my point. And they said, well,
they was trying to get him gone, backstab. That's what America do. They backstab the fuck out of you, bro. That's why America in this big ass war. We live, y'all. We beefing with Russia, China, Ukraine. These are people with the most weaponry, the most experienced and disciplined people. America, motherfuckers are not disciplined no more. They lowering fucking military standards because motherfuckers can't pass the physical ability test. America getting lazy as fuck and dragged. If we go to war and everybody gotta be on that fucking front line, America gonna get fucking crushed. America the most obese country. We don't got no fucking discipline. People got too much free will to do anything. Niggas so busy trying to be a gangbanger. Like, look at this shit America promotes and does. No other country does shit like this. Y'all think these other countries, they tolerating this shit? American tolerate. You think you go to another country, you see niggas gangbanging like this and just sitting out there? I mean, yeah, probably Mexico, but that shit control gangbanging. It's like it's not controlled by the police, it's controlled within the cartels. That's control gangbanging. It's not like that in America. We got fucking uncontrolled gangbanging. Nobody respects nobody. These niggas killing kids, women, old people for no fucking reason. Anybody get shot at any moment for no reason. I know this shit from experience. I ain't no nigga just here and talk. I know this shit from experience, bro. Like, that's what y'all gotta know, bro. That shit is wild. This shit like a jungle. America's like a fucking untamed jungle. And nobody can tame this shit. What the fuck they do to you? Put you in prison and shit get worse for you. You come out a different person. Like, for real. Most motherfuckers come out worse. Because they don't know how to have a selective mindset to be better and want more out of life. Once they get addicted to making fast money, they don't want to work no job. They don't want no other way. They don't give a fuck. They gonna go back doing the same thing. Snitch or not. Them niggas be a snitch or not. And y'all allow this shit.
How can we send him to Mexico when we all know the truth that he was ordered by our former director, Jack Long, to kidnap the doctor? That would be an outright assassination of the guy. But that was discussed. Don't take my word for it. You can get Phil Jordan. He'll tell you he was at the meeting. He'll tell you who was there at that meeting too. As a matter of fact, he called me and he said, Hector, if they call you to Washington for a meeting, don't come. The FBI is going to arrest you and they're going to extradite you to Mexico for kidnapping the doctor. So he says, well, what do I do? And he says, I have a warrant for my arrest. I'm in Interpol. I said, I can't even run to another country. He said, I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm just telling you. They're thinking about sending you to Mexico.
That doctor, after his case was thrown out, isn't it true that he turned around and sued either you or the U.S. government?
Yes, and it was the suit went nowhere. He sued the U.S. government and he sued me personally. I couldn't borrow money to buy a pencil back then. I had a $5 million lawsuit hanging on in my credit. I couldn't buy a house for nothing.
For how long was your life, I guess, put on pause with this lawsuit?
For about 5 years, 6 years.
And eventually it was thrown out.
Eventually it was thrown out, of course. It was thrown out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, YouTube, I'm always give y'all the game, always give y'all the knowledge, and that video is over and I'm out and I'm coming, I'm gonna drop again and again and again. And it's not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep this shit going like TikTok.